Welcome, everybody. This is Cartoons Etc, political cartoons and beyond. We got a great show opener that Jodan came up with. And but before that, I just want to welcome everybody here. Everybody's getting fired up in the chat. That's good to see. Got a lot of people coming in. We got a lot of things in the news. Looks like World War III just keeps creeping closer and closer. Got Mike Lindell. He's thinking about running for governor of Minnesota, which that would be great to see. He's doing some exploratory research on it right now. Trump is talking about Canada again, the Golden Dome, he calls it. And he's making a deal with them, trying to make a deal with them that if they want the Golden Dome, it's going to cost them billions of dollars. But if they become the 51st state, they'll get it for free. So anyway, that show opener, while you're getting your comments ready, it's an excellent one. In the fire, getting them fired up in the chat. We have two chats going. We have the StreamYard chat, which you can't see, or you can see on our screen when I pop them up. And then we have the Rumble chat, which we refer to quite a bit because we have quite a few friends that say some great things that we like to share. But anyway, get those comments ready and have fun with this.
No more distractions. No more electric tanks. No more gender confusion. No more climate change worship. We are laser focused on our mission of warfighting.
We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into. It's called peace through strength.
You look into the eyes of these young Americans who are giving up the best years of their life in a uniform to serve their nation. They are incredible.
Through our power and might, we will lead the world to peace. Our friends will respect us, our enemies will fear us, and the whole world will admire the unrivaled greatness of the United States military. We will replenish the pride of our armed forces, end the recruitment crisis.
We don't fight because we hate what's in front of us. We fight because we love what's behind us.
God bless you. God bless our armed forces. God bless our men and women serving overseas. And God bless the United States of America.
Did it play? Hey there, did it play?
You were on. I could hear the audio, but I can see the top of your head.
Oh, I screwed up again. Sorry. Hey, we're going to play it, though. We're going to play it one more time. Let me see if I can get it up. I got to get me off there, though, somehow.
Oh.
No more distractions. No more electric tanks. No more gender confusion. No more climate change worship. We are laser focused on our mission of warfighting.
We will measure our success not only by the battles we win, but also by the wars we end, and perhaps most importantly, the wars we never get into. It's called peace through strength.
You look into the eyes of these young Americans who are giving up the best years of their life in a uniform to serve their nation. They are incredible.
Through our power and might, we will lead the world to peace. Our friends will respect us, our enemies will fear us, and the whole world will admire the unrivaled greatness of the United States military. We will replenish the pride of our armed forces, end the recruitment crisis.
We don't fight because we hate what's in front of us. We fight because we love what's behind us.
God bless you. God bless our armed forces. God bless our men and women serving overseas, and God bless the United States of America.
Oh boy. Well, let me get this down. Okay. What would this show be without a few screw ups, especially with me at the helm? Welcome, everybody. I'm going to bring Joe Dan on so he can humiliate me some more about how I punch buttons. Here he is. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Let me have it.
I don't need to add any humiliation there. You've handled that very well, my friend.
I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. I'm not telling you what's in it.
Oh man.
Wow.
Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Man, alive. It's just another day another week of craziness. We got a bunch of great videos, but you also have a stellar lineup of cartoons. Branco has been killing it this week. Totally killing it.
Yeah.
So go ahead and show off something besides your forehead.
Yeah.
I swear, his cartoons, for you new people here, his cartoons are a lot better than his forehead.
Yeah.
Although
you think there'd be a lot more brains.
His forehead is pretty daggone good.
You think there'd be a lot more brains in there, but let me pull those up. Well,
somebody might think that.
Let's see. We're going to start with the earlier one. We didn't show this one here. Let me get the. Thanks for chiming in on the chat there.
I'm getting blinder and blinder.
You are? Okay.
Yeah. I can't see a damn thing.
Yeah. There we go. There's the first one.
There we go.
There we go.
People gonna die. I love that creature you have created back there. It's the jackass with the rhinoceros horn, and I think we know what that is. That's the Unisaurus. Yeah, the
Unisaurus. Yeah, I think that's a Branco original because I haven't seen it yet. You know, maybe some cartoonists will start using it. I like to use it.
Well, it would be more authentic if you use an F-bomb because they always use F-bombs now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, what do you got to say about this anyway? What's going on there?
And you know what? You can go back and look at the political arguments against Ronald Reagan, and they were saying the same thing. Well, they're going to cut Social Security and Medicare. They're going to cut Social Security and Medicare. And
right,
it's their go-to. It's their go-to.
People are going to die. Old people have to eat dog food. It's the same old thing, and none of that is in the bill. None of that. It never happens. It's not in the bill.
It don't matter. It don't matter. They base nothing on truth. Nothing.
And it was Memorial Day Monday. So I came up with this. It was kind of an expansion of what I've done before. So it's this long weekend of barbecues, friends, family, and freedom brought to you by those who gave all.
Oh, did you hear that idiot Mayor Corn Pop of Chicago come out talking about wishing everybody a happy Africa Day on Memorial Day?
I did. I saw that.
It's like, what the hell's wrong with you, dude? I mean, it's like, but I love all these investigations into these mayors, and we'll get into more of that a little bit later.
You got a couple of videos.
Yeah, we'll get into that. But one thing, talking about it being Memorial Day, there's another individual, we'll just say, who died 5 years ago, and today this was his 5th anniversary of being dead. And we just want to say congratulations to George Floyd for being 5 years drug-free, 5 years sober. Good job. Good job, George. Keep it up. I think you will. I think you will.
Yeah. He's going to be sober a long time. Yeah. Speaking of George Floyd, the Indiana Star, all they're doing, they did a rant about George Floyd, and and honoring
Is that
George
Indiana
Floyd.
or Minneapolis?
That's the Minneapolis Star Tribune.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's probably the same there too. I don't know.
They're all the same. All these newspapers, and they're all going down. They're all going down.
They're not doing very well. This is for
No.
alphanews.org. I do a cartoon every week for them. Who's the last cartoon I did for? That was Comically Incorrect. I guess that don't count.
Comically Incorrect, comicallyincorrect.com and Swamp Monsters.
Swamp Monsters. Get over to swampmonsters.news. Check them out. And
It was Comically Incorrect. alphanews.org.
yeah, boy, you sound good. I like that.
Trump's not a king. I am. Is that what's so much what you eat some of that margarine, you know?
Yeah.
Imperial margarine.
Imperial margarine, you get the crown. Yeah.
Ding.
These guys are tyrants. They're acting like tyrants. They're stepping in all over executive powers. And it's just these little podunk judges too. It's not like the Supreme Court, or a lot of them aren't the district Supreme Courts or anything like that. It's just these
you have three
rogue
today, just this afternoon. Where is it? You had a federal court. It was of 3 New York communist judges ruled that Trump does not have the authority to impose tariffs.
Yeah, that's
anybody else get about sick of this?
Yeah, I think what really makes people sick is they were silent through 4 years of disaster with Biden. Not one of them stepped forward. Now you have a guy that's trying to fix this Biden disaster, and that's all they can do is they conjure up some kind of legality or legal speak, basically is what it is, to try to intercede, and get in front of what he's trying to do. And it's pathetic. And like you said, we're sick of it.
It says the order halts Trump's 30% tariffs on China, his 25% tariffs on some goods imported from Mexico and Canada, and the 10% universal tariffs. You know what? These judges, we're at that point of the Constitution, actually going back to the Declaration of Independence, where, it's time to institute a new government because this shit ain't working.
No, and I think what's happening here, and I've said it before, I think I said it last week, is what they're trying to do is they are deliberately trying to corral him into suspending habeas corpus. And then they can all get out and say, hey, see, we told you he's a dictator. But these are the people that are being the dictators. These are the people that are it's called judicial tyranny, just like it says here. And I feel that when he does do the suspending habeas corpus, that it's just going to play in the hands of the left. But I think he should do it anyway. Lincoln did it.
No. Don't worry about playing in the hands of anything. You got to do what's right, and that means suspend habeas corpus and tell them to kiss your habeas ass.
Yeah, they're going to hate it.
A judge can't tell the president you can't impose tariffs. Screw you. He did it his first term. It's been done for hundreds of years. Screw you. I'm so sick of these communists, and they think they're above everybody.
Yeah.
Like that bitch who's now in jail, the Judge Dugan, who helped that one illegal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, her.
I'll tell you what, these Democrats.
It's their last vestige. It's their last hope to stop Trump from, healing the country, bringing it back to normal.
But see, Trump has more power than they know. He has more power than we know.
Yes,
he has more power than we haven't seen it. And suspending habeas corpus is just part of it.
Right.
I mean, what was that? The presidential emergency action doctrines or documents that
we learned that from the last time he was president. We learned that. Remember Ted Koppel was talking about that.
Exactly.
But he's got a lot of tools in his tool belt. I think he's trying to not have to use it because he doesn't, I guess he's trying another way, but I think he's going to ultimately end up having to
He's going to have
go
to
that direction.
But one of the but slow down a second. If he immediately shut down those judges, then they wouldn't be identifying themselves. So, now they keep stepping up saying, "Oh, I'm another commie Marxist judge."
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I mean, so basically, like he's got these illegal aliens self-deporting, he's got them self-reporting. Look at me. So,
here I threw this one up today. I expanded on an old cartoon I did of him a long time, and I refurbished it. And this is a quote from Phil Robertson, where there is no Jesus, evil always reigns. I thought that was a good quote.
And Phil Robertson, he came out and became famous right in the middle of this vicious satanic activity. At least we've got momentum going. He was one of the pioneers out there talking about Jesus when it before everybody else was starting to join him.
Yeah.
So God bless him. God rest him. Rest in peace, brother.
Yeah, and his family too.
He was important cause. I never watched the show.
I did a little bit. I watched a few of them, not all of them, but a few of them. I thought they were pretty funny. I like Uncle. What's Uncle? His brother. I want to say Festus, but that's not his name. Cy, Uncle Cy. But that's it for the cartoons there. I have some.
We're not even 20 minutes in, and you're out of cartoons. And what's the name of this show?
What's the
name of this show?
It's called Joe Dan and Son. I have more. I have some more cartoons from the. What I like to do right now is pull up the poster.
Well, hold on. Before you do that, hold on. In line with the judges, play this little cartoon from our friends at Freedom Toons.
Okay.
Hello. Put it in order for my breakfast. I would like a waffle with bacon and egg.
No, I'm striking that order down.
Who are you?
I'm a municipal judge from Minnesota. I'm striking down your order.
What? Melania, the weirdest thing just happened. Could you make me some coffee?
Sure.
I'm sorry, but that is entirely unconstitutional.
Excuse me?
Again? Who are you?
Don't act like you don't know who I am. Bill Rover, Chatham County Magistrate Judge. You have no constitutional authority to do that.
And who are you?
Judge of the 2003 Loudoun County Dog Show. Sir, step away from the toilet.
That's it. Secret Service! Get these guys out of here!
Become a member at freedomtoons.com for exclusive cartoons.
Yeah, those guys do good work, but that's so true.
That is true.
It's like your cartoons, when it's rooted in reality, it's better. It's more entertaining.
Yeah,
so let's talk to some of these mental patients who come in here and join us on a weekly basis.
That's why some of the leftist cartoons, they're hard to laugh at because sometimes they're not.
You can't laugh at them because they're not funny.
They're not even real. Up. They're not based on anything that's real.
So we got Fancy. There's Fancy in the house, and Charlie Hammer. Charlie the Hammer's in the house.
Charlie Hammer. Let me get over
bang,
there.
Bang, Charlie Silver Hammer. Anyway, and then we got Darcy Wren. And we're right. Darcy, you're right. Better days are ahead of us. Yes, they are. And then, there's a good point about Charlie's making a point about Congress hadn't codified these cuts yet. Now, they're doing these rescission things. I really like that poster there.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But with regard to these rescission things, I was listening to this guy on War Room. The rescissions are coming, and there's ways. There's two ways to do it, and I'm not going to try to act like I know it. One way leaves Congress more in control, and that's the way that we would have to do if we started just hammering them right now. And Congress sucks. The other way And it requires a little patience. But if we wait till their August break, we can do some fun things.
Yeah, that's right.
So I mean, that's just what I'm hearing. But I'm still not panicking.
We're watching sausage be made right now. We have to be patient. This is what goes on. Like you said, the rescissions are coming, and I think that's part of the negotiation with some of the stubborn Republican senators that want more cuts. Usually, it's the ones
just corrupt. They're corrupt,
Yeah.
and they base their decisions off. Well, the CBO report. The CBO ain't been right about anything.
No.
Ever. Look it up. See, well, when was the CBO accurate? Never. but they what they do is so they're looking at these slow growth projections and not accounting for the turbocharging that he's putting on our economy. I mean, it's going to people who know a lot better than me about economics say Trump is adding rocket fuel to our economy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And,
everything's going up.
So, and I think we all voted for Trump. We trust his judgment more than any of these political. I almost said a bad word. I've already said a couple of bad words.
His poll numbers keep going up, so I think people can see between the lines.
He even picked up 3 more points of support from Democrats. They can't stand it. I mean, they're completely melting down. They're for everything that's wrong.
Yeah.
They're for everything that's bad. They're for everything that is against our Constitution.
Yep. I mean, look at it. They're against shipping criminals. I'm not talking just your normal everyday guy that comes across the border. I'm talking about murderers, rapists, drug dealers. They're against shipping them out. How can you be so stupid politically? If your uncle wears a dress and you're cool with it, you're probably that stupid. Yeah. Let's get some comments on this on our poster this week for the show.
Democrats are not happy unless they're miserable. Democrats are never happy if they're not miserable.
That's true. That's right. Yeah. That's true. If they start getting happy, they don't know what to do.
Last night, me and Branco were talking about these little things, what do you call them? Is this a little cover thing that you do? Anyway,
a cover poster.
Yeah, the poster. And we were just brainstorming different ideas, like we could be baseball players. Anyway, if y'all have any ideas that Branco could use to just attach our heads to it, drop them in the chat.
Yeah, for sure. And blow this up a little bit. Yeah. So, any comments on the poster? Let us know.
Yeah, I like those because I'm skinnier there. There.
Wait a minute, I'm fat.
I found out I'm diabetic.
Really?
Yeah, like son of a bitch.
Are you pre-diabetic or diabetic?
I'm like just borderline in there, but apparently I am diabetic. And I'm like, I just get evicted. I'm diabetic. And you know what? I'm ready to just kick all kinds of ass. I don't give a shit. We're going to handle it. We'll deal with it. Like I'm in my new place.
Yeah.
God smiled on us. I still have to set up my setup, but God smiles on me. He smiled on me, man, and he's gonna smile on me with this diabetes crap too.
Yeah. You have a what was that? You had a something. Oh, we're going to use a tree climber. You got a guy climbing a tree.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
I forgot when we were going to put that in there.
We'll just throw it up there now. We got this video. We're going to ask you guys, what do you think the circumstances are here? And anyway, it's up there. It's there now. Okay, Tim, tell me what y'all think's happening here.
Okay.
What do you think is happening in this video?
Yeah, let us know.
Mira, sirve para andar aquí.
Sí,
Mira.
termino.
What is happening in this video?
You picking apples or?
All right, so let's see what our guesses are. So by the time we see them, because there's a delay.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I was going to tell you that was our ice agents. They chasing the illegal up a tree. That's what I voted for.
Yeah. Now you have another video of something down in Nashville you want to talk about.
Oh yeah, and it's in line with that Chicago mayor. These fruit bats, Nashville. We got one of those mayors, and I don't even know what his name is. But you know what? We also have some congressmen who, at least while Andy Uggles is back here in Tennessee, dude is going after this Nashville mayor who's trying to protect these illegals.
Mm-hmm.
And Andy ain't having none of it. Andy's having none of it.
Well,
it's up there ready to go.
He's making good use of his time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to put up with it. We're sick of it.
Heard it.
Yeah.
The individuals that the mayor is standing with
There it is.
are murderers, rapists, drug traffickers, sexual predators, child traffickers. The list goes on. Which is why I will always stand on the rule of law and with ICE. And I don't just stand with ICE, I'll stand in front of ICE. Because we, the people, have had enough. I choose my community, my state, and my family over this type of nonsense. Which is why, due to the remarks of Freddie O'Connell and the potential for aiding and abetting illegal immigration, the Homeland Security and the Judiciary Committees will be conducting an investigation into the mayor of Nashville, his conduct, and whether or not federal dollars have been used in criminal enterprise. I will not back down. I will not relent. And I will always stand with law enforcement. I want my community and I want my country back. This is Andy Ogles. Thank you for being here.
Go get him, Andy.
Yeah, for
Go
sure.
get him, Andy. Yeah, that guy is the Nashville mayor. I was like, they've just captured all the major cities. These Democrats have
Yeah,
just
they have.
totally captured it.
And they're on the wrong side of the people, the American people.
It took them decades and decades because they got the school systems, and these school systems are just poison factories. And it's a ghetto. At the end, the cities are ghetto.
You know who has to blame for that? A lot of that is Soros. Nobody could figure out why he was so adamant in promoting these small little DAs and these attorneys and these people in school boards. Nobody really talked about it too much, but that's exactly what he was doing.
Well, some people saw it. Some people were talking about it, but you're right. Not enough people were.
Not enough people.
It was like, look what he's doing. He's going after the grassroots law and order.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, we got a couple of. It's time for some funny stuff. You think it's time for funny stuff? I think it's time for funny stuff.
Let's do it.
Y'all think it's time for funny stuff? I think you do.
No, I don't want any funny
I can
stuff.
tell. Charlie Hammer's ready for some funny stuff. South Carolina girl is ready for some funny stuff.
Yeah.
Lon and Deplorable Dissident, they're definitely ready for some funny stuff. So play this first clip. It's a friend, it's an Australian friend, and he's discussing his admiration for the United States of America.
For the United States, let's see.
Love Independence Day because your country broke away from England and got freedom. Australia never did that, right? We're Britain's little that's what we are. You guys, you tipped the tea in the ocean. I think that's what it was. You tipped tea in the ocean and you were like... So England didn't like that. They put their red coats on, which is still the most arrogant military uniform in the history of combat. The least camouflage outfit there was. When Paul Revere was like, the English are coming, everyone was like, no Paul, we can see. From a mile. Anyway, long story short, no one thought you'd win. You had 16 guns, 4 pitchforks, and Mel Gibson, and you won. And that's why I love this country. Yeah, you stick it to England. We still drink hot tea in Australia. You don't get hot tea anywhere in America. You're done with tea forever. The only time you drink tea is to annoy England. You're like, tea? How do we drink it? Cold, with a pound of sugar in a can that says Arizona. How you like that?
Yeah. I like that.
I like that. Yeah, a pound of sugar.
Pound of sugar.
In a can that says Arizona.
Yep. Well, I see. We got.
Well, I actually have. Okay, well, I'm sorry for interrupting while you're talking.
No, feel free.
Pardon me for interrupting while you're talking, but I have something to. Anyway, I got a song here that you guys never knew that you needed to hear. I mean, it's about. I think it's called Hairdresser. I think that's the name of Hairdresser. It's from the 80s. And this chick's into it, man. It's right up there with Taste the Biscuit. I mean, it's seriously, if you remember Taste the Biscuit.
Yeah, Taste the Biscuit.
It's right up there, Hairdresser. We should make a movie out of this. This should be the theme song for the movie. Anyway.
Hairdresser, hairdresser, whoa, hairdresser, 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 would you set me up, make a little wave or two, make me into something new, 'cause I am so blue, I'll give you a chance. 'Cause I wanna dance. And if you really would, it would be understood. I'll make sure I tip you good. Cut my hair, it won't behave. Set it up with gel and a wave. 1 or 2 ringlets. Keep the top a little wet.
Okay, that's enough.
Hairdresser.
Yeah.
I didn't need to hair that.
You didn't know you needed a hair of that in it.
I see you got another one up there. I want to get to some of these older cartoons that are relatively in the news.
Okay, bring him up. This guy, we got some people who were elected this past year that a lot of us don't even know about.
Yeah.
And this is one of those guys. In fact, he is so, I don't even know his name. In fact, maybe one of you guys will know his name. He said he ran for office, but he's excellent.
It might be on his name board, name clip.
No, what they did, they put the closed caption on where his name is, on his name tag thing. So
okay.
But it's excellent. You want to do the cartoon first? Or
no, let's since we're talking about it, let's do it.
Schools. And by the way, the impact on that is generational. You destroyed the lives. You and the other governors that closed schools destroyed the lives of children in doing that.
Schools, I did not want to close, and
but you did.
Actually, I was not governor at the time.
But you were lieutenant governor and you were the point person. Do you think the governor made a mistake in closing schools?
We reopened the schools as soon as we
Did you think he made a mistake?
Well, if I can, may I answer the question, or is this senator going to filibuster me, sir?
No, you're going to answer my direct question or just say I'm not going to answer you.
No, I'm going to answer your question.
Do you think it was a good idea? Yes or no, the 2 choices in this answer. Do you think it was a good idea to close schools?
There was massive spread from children to adults. We were waiting to make sure the teachers
So let me get this straight. You sacrificed the lives of children because maybe they would spread something that you don't know to adults. You thought that was a good idea. That's interesting.
that's
okay. Tell me the science behind why you locked your residents up and did not allow them to go grocery shopping, why you closed your beaches and your parks. I would love you to put that science into this record, because you can give me the nice, happy talk, but those were terrible decisions. And what COVID highlighted more than anything else, by the way, it's why I'm here. I ran for the United States Senate, not because I had this deep desire to be a government politician, but because I was so incensed by the arrogance, by the ignorance, by the lack of common sense among our elected officials that we needed different kinds of people here in Washington, D.C. and other places. So,
Moreno.
Should I answer those questions, Chairman?
No, there was no question for you. That was just a
There were
statement.
several.
I saw it.
That was just a statement.
Senator Moreno. I like him. I like
me
him.
too.
Where's he from?
I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat.
Somebody will
knows.
tell us.
Ohio.
Ohio.
Hiram says Ohio.
I see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I got it right. All right. I'm going to pop up the older cartoons, refresh your memory on some of
That's
these.
better
maybe.
than throwing them up. Usually
Yeah,
you throw
that-
up old cartoons.
only the good ones. It's easy. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. This is
perfect. That is
still
so
in the news.
perfect.
Still in the news. Title IX, women's sports, and then basically that's what a lot of these governors are trying to do. They can't get the idea that putting biological males in with women's sports is destroying
They don't
their
care.
sport.
They
don't care.
It's everything they do is to destroy Western civilization,
Mhm.
destroy the family, destroy our economy, destroy
Yeah.
our borders, destroy women.
Yeah,
and that's why we're
and,
going.
and look at how many look at how many lefty purple-haired women are out there cheering for this kind of thing.
Is that 2024? Oh,
Let me see. That was 2024. Yeah.
okay. Americans for limited
Biden's
government.
last year. So, all right.
Back
Speaking
to the
of
COVID, we can never forget what these people did.
No.
Never forget what these people did.
No.
Hell no. And they're going to try. Oh, they're trying to say, oh, we didn't even know Biden was sick. How were we supposed to know? Well, how would we know?
I don't know. It's pretty obvious to everybody
They
else.
lied to us.
Yeah, they lied to us.
What
Yeah.
the hell? And
They were-
every one of them. Oh, we didn't lie.
No. No.
we were
They
just
called it
reporting the
a
truth.
right-wing conspiracy that Biden had dementia. But, it's everything that they've done. Look at the 51 spy people that said that it was Russia operatives that put in the Hunter Biden laptop. Look at the Russia-Trump collusion, the FISA warrant, all the dossier. I mean, everything is a lie. Remember back when these hordes of people were coming across our border and invading, they tried to tell us that was a conspiracy. Look at all the conspiracies that have fallen apart for
This
them.
little rodent ass sitting there lying. The border is closed, is secure.
The border
Sitting
is
there,
secure.
the border is secure.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there watching it. I mean,
Yeah.
you talk about Baghdad Bob. Y'all remember Baghdad Bob?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're winning.
Yeah, everything's on fire behind him. Everything is fine, I assure you.
It's a mostly peaceful protest.
Yeah, but look at that. What they did to children. We can never forgive that. Never.
I was there. My daughter went through that. It was miserable. I mean, she was trying to learn on a little computer, and it was. It didn't last very long at our school, but it wasn't very good, and it set them all back. Actually,
I mean, because until somebody goes to besides prison, besides this, I want to see some Nuremberg stuff. You are sentenced to death. You are sentenced to death.
Yeah.
No, it's no time
But
to play.
it's not
you
just
murder
that.
people like that. You murder children and innocent people. Fuck you. You die.
Well, they were giving them remdesivir.
I'm
They're putting them
sorry.
on intubators that was killing them. And a lot of this stuff, people were doing it, and they knew it was going to kill them, and they did it anyway
They
to get
knew
the money.
it.
They knew it.
They hid it.
Yeah.
And then the Fauci sitting up there and in the Senate saying, I don't have to tell you how much money I made. I don't have to discuss my royalties.
Yeah. Right.
You know what? I hope you pack them up real good and try to take them with you where you're going.
I hope something more and more is coming out about that, about everything. I think, like you said earlier, we have to be a little bit patient. And we're watching sausage be made right now in the House and in the Senate, and with Trump and trying to get this big, beautiful bill through. But I think,
hold on, hang on. Salty girl, I want to add MEGA, mega, make executions great again. How's it going, Salty?
Oh yeah, great.
Salty, yes.
Good one.
Hang 'em high.
Yeah. Now this one here, this particular one, this is back in 2021. I was doing cartoons for Legal Insurrection, which is a great website, especially if you're interested in like Harvard or Columbia or any of those. He's run by Professor Jacobson, who runs this site, and he's really involved in a lot of the stuff that goes on in our colleges. But anyway, I came out with this, which is kind of goes along with what we're talking about. See no Wuhan Lake, hear no Wuhan Lab Lake, speak no Wuhan Lake, and they're all connected to China and so on, especially Harvard. Harvard is just eaten up with Chinese money, and they're Trump, I guess,
is a perfect cartoon. That is exactly what they did. That was their game plan, and that was who. That was it. That's it.
Yeah, Trump is trying to uproot Harvard right now. He's trying to get to where they don't have. They were connected to the deep state. They were connected to China. You know that there was thousands of people, foreign students, getting into Harvard from multiple different countries, and they weren't and the level for them to get in wasn't as high as it was for Americans. So I think it was like 6,000, something like that. Don't quote me on that, but that is how many Americans weren't allowed in there, because if they needed people in there, it should have been Americans, is all I got to say.
Well, you know what? We have a clip of Trump talking about the Harvard deal.
Let's play that.
And the foreigners, hey, let me grab that. I was not prepared, but I can be prepared very quickly.
Well, we could stare at my forehead again.
Yeah, do that. That's a good move. Okay, it's number 2 on the docket. Number two. Talks about Harvard.
All right.
The confrontation with Harvard, and you will see.
I don't know. I don't know. Harvard's got to behave themselves. Harvard is treating our country with great disrespect, and all they're doing is getting in deeper and deeper and deeper. They've got to behave themselves. You know, I'm looking out for the country and for Harvard. I want Harvard to do well. I want Harvard to be great again, probably, because how could it be great? How could it be great when you have Harvard announced 2 weeks ago that they are going to teach remedial mathematics? Remedial, meaning they're going to teach low-grade mathematics, like 2 + 2 is 4. How did these people get into Harvard if they can't do basic mathematics? How did they do it? I mean, people with 1,600 in their boards don't get in, and they're letting people in, and they're bragging about how they're teaching them basic mathematics. Where do these people come from? So we have to look at the list, and Harvard has to understand the last thing I want to do is hurt them. They're hurting themselves. They're fighting. You know, Columbia has been really, they were very, very bad what they've done. They're very anti-Semitic and lots of other things. But they're working with us on finding a solution. And, you know, they're taking off that hot seat. But Harvard wants to fight. They want to show how smart they are. And they're getting their ass kicked.
They're getting their ass kicked.
South Carolina girl made a really good point. that vaccine was so intentional. I mean, why else would they say ivermectin was poison?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That is a good point, South Carolina.
And
Good.
so they say, "Oh, you got to take the jab. Ivermectin's bad," and it worked.
Yeah,
That
it works.
is, yeah. Getting back to that,
multiple people have come forward and said that they didn't go to the hospital simply because they were given that remdesivir. I'm not pronouncing it right.
Remdesivir.
And
I had a
intubated.
friend of mine died in the hospital.
Me too.
Because they made him take that crap. They sent him home.
Mm-hmm.
When he was there, when he first got that stuff, whatever, it might have been the flu, whatever he had, it was congested. He goes there, and they just tell him to go home. You go home, and then come back when you're about to die. It'll kill you.
Yeah.
That's basically what they did. And one of our friends who, I don't know if she's been here or not, she comes here occasionally. Heather, it's her husband. He died. I mean, it's just stunning. Nobody does anything. So yeah.
But there are also multiple testimonies of people getting to that point. And there was a gal in a Senate hearing who worked at this hospital or this clinic who were treating them with ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine, I think it was, and a few other things. Everybody that came to their office with the same conditions lived, not one death. So they need to really look into this, because I think that's appalling. I don't know.
Oh, it totally is. What else we got here? We've got a great video. Now, we played part of this video. Well, actually, we played more of this video. Probably about a year ago, maybe, give or take. But anyway, this is, somebody's cut it to the meat and potatoes, and it's worth playing again. And
Distilled it down.
Muhammad Ali, dropping some truth bombs. I'm sorry. You could not like him, whatever, but the dude is dropping truth bombs.
Now, white guy couldn't say what he could
Birds
say.
fly with blue birds, red birds want to be with red birds. Listen, tell me when I'm wrong. Pigeons want to be with pigeons. Tell me when I'm right. We should have more. They don't have intelligence, but yet they stay together. We should have more intelligence than them, right?
I think it's sad that
it ain't sad, because I want my child to look like me. Every intelligent person wants his child to look like him. I'm sad because I want to blot out my race and lose my beautiful identity. Chinese love Chinese. They love the little slanted-eyed, pretty brown-skinned babies. Pakistanis love their culture. Jewish people love their culture. A lot of Catholics don't want to marry number Catholics. They want the religion to stay the same. Who want to spot up yourself and kill your race? You a hater of your people if you don't want to stay who you are. You shame what God made you. God didn't make no mistake when he made us all like we were. It's just nature. You can do what you want, but it's nature to want to be with your own. I want to be with my own.
Well, that's just it. These liberal white people are just ashamed of their own race and not proud of it, because they feel like that is racist if they feel that way. So.
Well, yeah, he dropped it, but he called that guy. He said, "You're a hater of your own people." That's what they are today, but just so much more exaggerated.
Yeah.
But Muhammad Ali calling it out. Well, that was 60 years ago.
Wow, 60 years ago.
Dang, you're old.
I know. I was only 8 years old. So anyway, I'm running through some of these Memorial Days because we missed it. We weren't here for that, so I want to honor some of the people. What's the big deal about Memorial Day, Daddy? You're standing on it, sweetie. And,
I'd say that's a good cartoon. You do some pretty good cartoons. You might consider going professional.
Once in a while, broke a clock, And a lot of people confuse Memorial Day with Veterans Day all the time. You see people, thank you for your service type of things for people that are alive. And in actuality, it's about the people who died servicing the country. And so this is what this cartoon was just, kind of point out for people. Veterans Day, all gave some. Memorial Day, some gave all.
That's a good way to put it.
Most conservatives know that. Most people in this chat and watching this program do. So, all right, let's go to the next one. Thank you for your freedom.
Oh, that's a good one.
They made the ultimate sacrifice.
That'd be a good painting.
Yeah.
Especially on velvet. Put it on velvet.
Yeah. Right next to my Elvis.
We had a band called in our community called Velvet Elvis.
Oh yeah.
Velvet
That's a
Elvis.
good name. Velvet
they
Elvis.
weren't very good though. Yeah.
But I felt the need to point out our police officers on that day. So I also posted a cartoon that I did back in 2014, pointing out all our police officers that died in the line of duty.
11 years ago.
Yeah.
11 years ago. Is that when that BLM crap started? That long ago?
Oh, there were a lot of Occupy Wall Street.
I remember the Occupy, and I remember up in New York, dude, people actually pooping on police cars.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It's like, dude, what the hell's wrong? He said, "It's okay. I'm a Democrat. It's okay. I can poop anywhere. I gotta watch me shoot up next."
Yeah, right. Let's say hello to some people in the chat. We got lots of people. What do we got over here on? We got Venman M. Let's see what he's got to say. No, I haven't even tried yet. My wife, kids, I went on a cruise last week. Oh, they're talking amongst themselves. Okay, so.
Yeah, you might want to read it before you put on the screen.
Yeah, by then it's too late. By then it's too late.
We don't care. Venman, he's also totally offended by my profanity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But he had a LOL after it, so we know.
And thank you, Fancy. Ivermectin is safe and effective. A real wonder drug. That's true.
Yeah, y'all old enough to remember when Obama fixed our healthcare system?
Mm-hmm. He fixed it, all right.
Yeah, he fixed it. And now the Democrats fixed it. Now the Democrats are assassinating the heads of companies.
Yeah, there you go.
They're playing both sides of the fence there. They're playing both sides.
There again, they're taking the side of the bad guy every time. They just did it again. They just did it. Who was?
Oh, Nunya. I forget. I knew it was Nunya business. Venman is Nunya.
Venman is Nunya. Okay. Who else was recently attempted suicide? Just recently. Shoot, it escapes me.
Attempted suicide?
Not suicide. Assassination. I'm sorry. But the people that are doing all the violence are coming from the left, but you don't get that in the media.
You're not going to get that in the media. There are a bunch of we have no media. There is no media as we grew up to believe.
Yeah,
I mean that's just a fairy tale.
Salty girl said, "Love it. My brother retired 5 years ago. My uncle lost his life in the line of duty. Well, we honor his service today." Anyway, we got that's all for the cartoon. So we still got some videos to show.
I think we do.
I think we do. Maybe
we played the hairdresser song.
You did this hairdresser.
Oh, you guys. Now this was a few weeks ago, and this was a clip from Piers Morgan, and you guys know Natalie Winters. I'm gonna tell you what. Natalie Winters is 23 years old, and she is as brilliant and sharp and be able to just draw facts.
Yeah. You can catch her at war room.
Almost as good as me and Branco. No, she's actually amazing. And anyway, but this time she gets that dude. You remember the dude who had the dossier, the Steele dossier? Christopher Steele.
Oh yeah.
She lights into him. They're on a panel together. She lights into Christopher Steele. Oh my goodness! She sets his house on fire, and just anyway, it's self-explanatory. I'm sorry.
She's from the War Room with Steve Bannon.
She's a Bannon protege. And then should we give him a minute to respond? Well, a minute of his response, or just cut it?
It don't matter. I don't care.
All right.
His response doesn't help him at all.
No, it doesn't help him, man.
We'll play it.
The smug Brit.
Oh, yeah.
I know Christopher Steele probably wanted to go down in history as someone that colluded with the Clinton campaign to take down President Donald J. Trump, but I really think that you represent probably the ultimate grifter in the American political space. For you to even come on here, obviously you're trying to sabotage what President Trump is doing when it comes to Russia and Ukraine, but to sit here, what is it, nearly a decade after you tried to smear President Trump as a Russian asset, to then say, well, I think he's a Russian asset, but even though I'm really good at my job and create all these intelligence reports, it's just sort of a feeling that I have. I'm sorry, what stones do you even have left to turn over to try to corroborate your claim that President Trump is a Russian asset? You what? Weaponized FISA courts, surveillance, warrants, not just domestic spy agencies, international spy agencies too, the entire DNC apparatus, a bunch of political operatives and registered foreign agents here in the United States. The American people would really appreciate it if you would stop injecting your efforts to curtail and totally tank the America First movement by smearing anyone who doesn't want to get involved in forever wars or continue the needless and ceaseless dying of in Ukraine and in Russia, just so you can sit there from your nice perch and just continue to defend the globalist world order by continuing to fan the flames of conflict in Russia and Ukraine. And you know what? The same people that you ally yourself with here in the United States, you think you're so good at gathering intelligence. Last time I checked, it was the 51 intel agency officers, spies, who said that the Hunter Biden hard drive, which I've reported on firsthand, it's legitimate. You want to talk about president's sons who are involved in businesses with foreign countries? Well, I'd like to introduce you to Hunter Biden, right? When those 51 people that I'm sure that you know all too well, you were probably likely involved with the drafting of that letter, said that was Russian disinformation. Well, it turned out that that was true, and shame on you for the last decade trying to inject the idea that smearing President Trump as a Russian agent or a Russian asset is somehow going to tank the MAGA movement. It's about putting America first, and the fact that you can still sit here and you have no actual evidence beside one random Russian meeting and, oh, we need to just continue to get more evidence. You're a complete political hack and grifter, and I wish the American political scene didn't have your voice in it.
All right. Boom. The only thing that would make that more perfect is that if we had like the effects, remember the Batman in the 60s? Mm-hmm. Pow!
Yeah. She could
and then the
Batman.
Sound effects.
Yeah. You have another video about this lefty sitting in his car talking about violence and
you know what? Just another example. It's another example that these people are violent. Democrats, the remaining Democrats are violent. Remember we were talking about earlier, the shift towards approval of Trump has gone up 3 percentage points among Democrats.
Yes.
And people are sick of this, insane stuff. Hang on, we're grab it right now.
Kazeni said, ouch. That's a good word for it.
Oh my goodness. Total beat
Salty
down.
Girl said scalding hot steel, stay in your lane and your Islamic country. Yeah, they've turned that country to shit.
It is.
Yeah.
It totally is. Hey, I found a verse. I'll share it with you when we get back. But this is one of those. Read it. You got some good comments from her?
Just Lon Will says she's leaving a mess on the floor. Somebody clean up on aisle MSNBC or whatever it is. So go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, talking about the invasion of Europe's done. Europe is over. And but anyway, I was reading a verse, and I want to bring it up before we leave. in that Bible thing. It's stunning. It's in Isaiah. I'll pull it up though. But in the meantime, what happened to the?
Well,
I've got your. Okay, we have the Democrat up there, the violent Democrat. They're violent. That's all they can do. He's cheering for attacks on ICE.
But he's not the only one.
No,
he's not the only one. You can go through and see these people all over the place.
One of these little beta boys who hides in his car, and the only thing masculine he can try to do is, I'm going to grow me a beard, and that'll prove it. And he needs to have his little
Yeah.
I'm going to shut up.
A rare bit of good news in these incredibly depressing times. The director of ICE has come out and said that assaults against ICE officers have gone up 400% in the last year. And I just think that's the coolest statistic I've ever heard in my life. Like, first of all, good job, everybody. I think that if we all work together diligently, we can get that up to 1,000%, right? And then next year we go for 2,000% over this 1,000% increase. And obviously this is indicative of the increased presence of ICE in our country. When you're out on the street committing heinous crimes on a regular basis instead of every now and then, you're going to get resistance more often. And I just think
that's enough of him.
Yeah.
That's enough of him. But you just see what kind of people they are.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing that there's that many people out there that feel that way. But let's see what else we have here. We got
I'm going through scanning real quick.
You said you had something on Prison Face.
Oh, I got that old clip of one of my favorite songs, Prison Bitch, in honor of a lot of these Democrats getting ready to go down, and it's a clip from Frog Legs. I kind of introduced it. Sorry about that, but it's okay.
Yeah, well, we'll dock your pay.
The Democrats have taken us on quite a ride over the past 4 years, haven't they, ladies and gentlemen? So on behalf of MAGA, we'd like to share our true appreciation in a song.
You're my prison bitch, my prison bitch. You're not like other men. I'm glad we share a prison cell when lights go out at 10. I can't escape the way I feel, now that would be a crime. As long as I am doing you, I don't mind doing time. 'Cause you're my prison bitch, and I have no regrets. I got you for a candy bar and a pack of cigarettes. At first you were resistant, but now you are my friend. I knew that I would get you in the end. Prison bitch, prison bitch. I guess that you were sent from up above. Yeah. Prison bitch, prison bitch. And now you are my prisoner.
I'm your prison bitch, and you're a sex machine.
There you go. Wow. Like that. Now that was a song from Bob and Tom, the Bob and Tom Show. In fact, where's our toast man? Is the toast man in the house tonight?
I didn't see the toaster.
Anyway, last week we played that song Toast. And anyway, they're both from Bob and Tom. That's all.
Salty Urals was dancing to it.
There you go. Yeah, went into the mayor of Seattle. We got some bad.
Oh yeah,
We
Seattle.
got a lot of toilets to flush around this nation.
South Carolina girl said they only act like that to get attention. What mama say when the kids act out? What kind of attention do you want? You get more with honey than you do with vinegar. Yeah, well, I think they enjoy it. I think they enjoy the anger.
You can't apply rational thought to these lunatics.
Mm-mm.
You know,
No.
we have nothing in common with them. They want to kill, they want to hurt children, they want to sexualize children. Nothing.
What is the compromise between people over here who want to destroy America and people who want to save America? Where do you compromise?
With a kick in their ass.
Because there is no compromise.
There's no compromise. And that's what they want. They don't want anything that's good for America. The last thing they said they did for America was save was Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act. Another laughably named act, Affordable Care Act, that you have to buy or we will fine you.
But this is how it works. If you compromise with them, you move their way, and then they want the rest of it. Then you move their way a little. That's how they work.
That's why we are where we are now. You're right.
Absolutely.
It's like we move to they push us to the left, and then we're trying to live our life, and they push us a little bit further to the left, and they quit. So they quit, and then they stop a little bit, and then they do it again.
They just keep going. The ultimate goal is total tyranny, total communism, a tyrannical state, and they think that's the best. Now you have a thing for the 101st.
Yeah,
birthday.
you know what? You're exactly right. Let me grab this.
Also, I want to play the Scott Bassett one. It's an excellent one.
Yeah, I'm going to grab that. Scott Bessett's in there. Anyway, he's just so good about the economic stuff. It's a very short clip, but it's really good. The volume level's a little low, so
let's play it.
Because it's like I told Elon. I said, Elon, you're under fire because you've moved people's cheese. And he said, well, it's the American people's cheese, and it doesn't belong to these people. And again, that's why I wanted the American people to meet Sam. We're going to bring some more Doge people forward to actually hear their stories, see what's being done, because the entrenched interests, the consultants, the Democrats, mainstream media, they just want to blow this project out of the water. And it's important because I keep saying this is the opposite of government efficiency, not elimination, not extinction. Sam and his crew are making it more efficient to work for the American people. So what's wrong with it working better, cheaper, faster, and with more privacy?
See?
Yeah.
And he's such a good spokesman, that's what
Absolutely.
Trump's done. He's put a team of not just talented people, but great communicators. And they can all go on their own and get in front of the camera and tell you what's going on.
Why hasn't he? If he likes great communicators, how come he hasn't hired me yet?
Well, because he's torn between me and you. He's like, I don't know.
Well,
the really bad Southern accent or the guy that draws flies. I don't know. Okay, the second clip over is, you know what happened? This is for our Border Patrol. It was their 101st anniversary. And the reason we're celebrating their 101st anniversary and not their 100th is because on their 100th anniversary, guess who was president? Numbnuts. And so they didn't even acknowledge the Border Patrol. But so Trump and them put together this little short video for the 101st of our Border Patrol.
Absolutely. Get back to you, Dr. JC. Here we go. We're going to do this.
Boom.
Yeah, I have friends that are in the Border Patrol. I have a cousin that's in the Border Patrol and a good friend also, and they were just totally demoralized the last few years, and wanting to quit. They just felt pretty much useless being there. They couldn't
Where
do.
are
They
we?
could not do.
Where are we?
They could not do their. I'm trying to get it. It won't come up.
Oh.
They tried to do their job, and they weren't allowed to do their job, and they were held back at every turn. Now they're allowed to do their job, and now reinforcements are coming in. Recruitment's way up on the Border Patrol, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I had some former in-laws who ran from Border Patrol once. I was married to a Mexican. Yeah, she was as Mexican as refried beans too, man. I ain't lying. And yeah, her brother was in a drug deal, and Border Patrol chased him back to Hermosillo. We never did see him no more.
Well, I think it's about time to wind it down. Well, we ran over a little bit, but
well, that's all right. I got a great closing song, because you know we take pride in our closing songs.
Yep.
And this is from 1976. It's actually a really good recording. You know, it's hard to find a good quality recording from those concerts back then.
Yeah.
From a little band called Leonard Skinnerd. And
Nice.
they're doing Give Me 3 Steps. Everybody thinks, oh, he's going to do Free Bird. No. We're doing it different.
Yeah, you got a different
Give Me
one.
3 Steps. Oh, these guys, and they just killed, man. And the truth is, you know, I had a ticket to go see them. We had a ticket to go see them, and we're like just a couple of months before they died. In 1977. Yeah. I was 16. I was
Wow,
16.
that would have been fun. Want to say hello to or goodbye to everybody in the chat. You guys are really fired up
Oh,
over
Claudette Kay's in the house. I didn't even see her.
there. Claudette K, where
You
at?
didn't tell me she was there. You didn't tell me.
I didn't. I forgot. Claudette, where's she at? I don't see
And then
her.
we got, let's see, South Carolina girl.
Okay,
She said
Zenny.
She loves it when we run over. What? Run over?
Yeah.
No, just run over. Oh.
Pyran, Salty Girl. Got Cindy, 03. Lots of folks over there. Anna Lestenberg, thank you. Who else we got over there? Edward Wilson, Lon Will.
Purse phone's back.
Purse
I know
phone.
I'm saying it wrong. I know I'm saying it wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it right, though.
Yeah.
Cindy.
Miss Nancy Rice.
Prior.
Yeah, thanks, Claudia. It's about time you showed up.
Hey, did anybody here ever have your mom or dad say, go buy me a pack of cigarettes when you were little? I did. My parents would smoke. Well, everybody smoked. I mean, I think the only person in town that didn't smoke cigarettes was the preacher.
Now I did have my
He
mom
probably-
go. I did have my mom go buy me a pack of cigarettes. But
No, I'm talking about parents sending their kids to the little convenience store and just charge it. Ain't just charge it to them, and they jot it down.
Yep.
But I was growing up in a small town in eastern Kentucky.
Yep.
Does anybody else have that?
Yeah. Right. Well, you got that song ready? We'll say goodbye and.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Persephone.
Said-
I'm trying to say purse phone, and I see a spelling that was Persephone.
Salty Girl says, blow your screen up, Tony. Use Control Plus. Let me try it. I'm going to screw something up.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Control Plus.
See y'all later.
Control Plus. I don't know. It didn't really work. Anyway, we got a closing song. You already introduced it. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you next week, Wednesday. Same time, same place.
Yeah. Oh, but one quick thing.
Okay.
Go to My Pillow and buy stuff, because Mike Lindell's getting ready to have a hell of a trial coming up.
Oh,
where
yeah.
he gets to put his evidence out finally on the stolen election. It's very important. And so anyway, while you're supporting him, you can also support me. And it's kind of a win-win. It's a win-win-win. You go to you get a great deal on My Pillow if you use promo code Jodan. So that's you win.
Yeah.
And then I win. And Mike Lindell wins.
There
That
you
is
go.
a trifecta of winning.
I'll
Promo
say.
code Jodan. And
I'll say.
now at My Pillow, yeah.
He's the only one out of Fox News, Newsmax, all these others that had the courage to come forth. Usually they settle out of court. Newsmax settled out of court. Fox settled out of court. But he's stayed with it. So get over there. Jodan, promo code. Mike Lindell. We'll see you guys.
Promo code Jodan, not Mike Lindell.
I said that. Jodan. Go.
Anyway, they got it.
We'll see you.
Rock and roll. God bless y'all. Thanks.
All right. What the heck? Hang on.
Excuse me, man. I won't fight you with the gun. I was scared and fearing for my life, shaking like a leaf on a tree. 'Cause he was mean and big and bad, Lord, upon that gun at me. Trouble with me, and I know you don't owe me, but I wish you would let me ask one a favor from you. Look at him. Say, won't you give me 3 steps? Give me 3 steps, miss. You give me 3 steps toward the door.